Teresa Giudice said one DWTS judge had it out for her. Dancing with the Stars just featured Elvis night on September 26. As fun as the routines were, audiences had to say goodbye to one competing couple. That just happened to be Real Housewives star Teresa Giudice and her partner Pasha Pashkov. Their DWTS journey has come to an end, but they'll still be around for interviews. Although Pasha and Teresa ultimately went home, both Darico and Bruno Tonioli voted to save them. The judges couldn't unanimously agree on who to send home, and it's clear that some really wanted them to stick around. Now that they're out of the competition, Teresa Giudice thinks one of the judges may have had it out for her. Keep reading to see what she had to say. Teresa Giudice would have loved to compete in the ballroom a long time ago, but she claims Bravo forbade her. This isn't actually all that uncommon. For one reason or another, several networks aren't too happy about their talent competing on a rival network. But at long last, the reality TV star had a chance to compete. Although Teresa's time on DWTS is over, she's ultimately glad she took the chance to join the competition. Listen, it was an amazing experience. I had an amazing partner, Teresa told Page 6. Finally, my dream came true. I've always wanted to dance, she added. I did 2 dances in front of a live audience and it was pretty amazing. It was great. After Derek and Bruno voted to save that RHONJ star, several fans thought she might just make it to week 3. However, Carrie Ann Inaba voted to save Cheryl Ladd and Louis Van Amstel. Len Goodman sided with Carrie Ann. As head judge, Len Goodman's vote counts as 2 votes if the other 3 judges can't unanimously agree. Yeah. I don't think Len liked me really so much, Teresa continued. I don't think he liked me. I knew Len was not going to pick me. She said she had a strong feeling that Len was going to save Cheryl and Louis in the end. Her gut ended up being correct. The Real Housewives star went on to say that she always knew she wouldn't win, but it was still fun to compete while it lasted. Dancing with the Stars will put out another new episode next week. There was a 3-way tie for first place during Elvis night, so the remaining 14 contestants will have to step their game up. Next week will be James Bond night, so don't forget to tune in and vote for your favorite couples. Nicole Behrens is a 2017 graduate of Ball State University, where she finished with a degree in creative writing and a minor in Japanese. Today she is a professional writer for various companies and really enjoys contributing to TV shows. Ace Teresa Giudice on Dancing with the Stars. One judge had it out for her. Teresa Giudice, the iconic star of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, has long been known for her fiery personality, resilience, and headline-grabbing moments. However, her journey on Dancing with the Stars DWTS presented a whole new challenge, one that took her out of her comfort zone and onto a national stage known for its glitz, glamour, and high-pressure ballroom dancing. While many of the show's contestants have spoken about the difficulty of competing, Giudice recently made waves by suggesting that her time on DWTS was made particularly tough by one of the show's judges, who she claims had it out for her. The claim quickly drew attention, sparking conversations about favoritism, fairness, and what it takes to make it through DWTS' rigorous competition. But what exactly did Teresa mean? How did this affect her journey on the show, and was there any validity to her claim? Let's break down what happened, why Giudice felt this way, and what it says about the competitive dynamics on Dancing with the Stars. Teresa Giudice's journey on Dancing with the Stars. When Teresa Giudice joined Dancing with the Stars, it wasn't just a career move, it was a chance for her to reinvent herself. After a challenging few years dealing with personal and legal battles, including her stint in prison and the drama surrounding her family, Teresa saw DWTS as a way to show America a different side of her personality. She wanted to prove that she could overcome adversity and learn something entirely new. Ballroom dancing. Paired with a seasoned professional, Teresa started strong. Despite her initial nerves, she showed up to rehearsals determined to improve. Viewers noticed her effort, even if she wasn't always at the top of the leaderboard. Her dances ranged from elegant waltzes to high-energy jives, and though she occasionally struggled with technique, there was no denying her commitment to the process. But Teresa's journey wasn't without bumps in the road. Despite being known for her confidence, Giudice often expressed feeling out of her depth. Ballroom dancing, with its technical precision and high expectations, was far from the drama-filled table flips of the Real Housewives. Yet, what stood out to many fans and Teresa herself was the criticism from one particular judge, the controversial critique. One judge had it out for her during her time on Dancing with the Stars. Teresa became increasingly vocal about her belief that one of the judges was unfairly harsh on her performances. While the other judges occasionally praised her improvements and offered constructive criticism, this one judge, according to Teresa, seemed to always find fault in her dances, no matter how well she performed. In interviews following her elimination from the show, Teresa opened up about her frustration. "I felt like they had it out for me from the beginning," she said. "No matter how hard I worked, it was never enough. I could feel it in their comments and the way they looked at me." While Teresa refrained from naming the judge directly in some interviews, many fans speculated she was referring to insert judge's name, known for their sometimes blunt and biting feedback. Giudice went on to explain that she felt the critique often crossed the line from constructive to overly personal. "It felt like they weren't judging my dancing, but me as a person," she continued. "I'm used to criticism, I've dealt with it my whole life. But this felt different." The impact of harsh criticism on contestants' Teresa's feelings about her time on DWTS raise an important question. How much does harsh criticism from the judges affect a contestant's performance? The show is famous for its sometimes brutally honest critiques, but for contestants who are not professional dancers, the pressure can be overwhelming. Criticism is part of the learning process in any art form, but when it borders on feeling personal, it can have a significant psychological impact. Contestants like Teresa, who are stepping out of their comfort zones, might find it especially challenging to receive constant negative feedback. After all, many of the celebrities on DWTs are not dancers by trade, and they are working with professionals who are at the top of their field. For someone like Giudice, who has spent much of her public life being scrutinized, the experience of being judged, both literally and metaphorically, could feel more intense. It's worth noting that Teresa isn't the first contestant to claim that a DWTS judge was unduly harsh. Over the years, other celebrities have made similar allegations, suggesting that certain judges play favorites or are more critical of specific contestants. However, the judges themselves often insist that their critiques are based purely on the dancing and that they strive to be fair in their assessments. How Teresa handled the pressure despite feeling singled out by one of the judges. Teresa continued to give her all on the dance floor. She approached each week as an opportunity to improve, working closely with her professional partner to perfect her routines. Though the critiques may have stung, Teresa's determination to prove herself never wavered. In many ways, her resilience mirrored her journey on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, a woman who, no matter how tough the situation, always manages to keep moving forward. Her elimination from the competition came as a disappointment, both to Teresa and her fans. Many believed she had more to show, and that her dancing was improving week by week. But despite the outcome, Teresa remained proud of her time on the show. "I learned so much about myself and what I'm capable of," she said in an interview after her exit. "Even though it wasn't always easy, I wouldn't trade the experience for anything." Fan reactions and the role of public opinion. Teresa's claim that a judge had it out for her resonated with many of her fans, who took to social media to express their support. Some viewers echoed her sentiments, suggesting that the judge in question had indeed been overly critical of Teresa from the start. Others pointed out that DWTS is a subjective competition, and that harsh critiques are part of the game. Interestingly, some fans speculated that Teresa's background as a reality star may have influenced the judge's perception of her. As a central figure in the Real Housewives franchise, Teresa is no stranger to drama and controversy. It's possible that the judge, whether consciously or not, allowed their opinion of Teresa's public persona to affect their evaluation of her dancing. Of course, this is all conjecture, and there's no concrete evidence to suggest that the judge in question harbored any personal animosity toward Teresa. Still, the incident raises important questions about the fairness of reality competition shows and the potential for bias. What Teresa's experience says about DWT's Teresa Giudice's experience on Dancing with the Stars highlights the unique pressures that come with being a contestant on a high-profile reality competition show. For someone like Teresa, who has spent years in the public eye, The added layer of judgment, both from the judges and the audience, can be daunting. While it's unclear whether Teresa's belief that a judge hater